I've been saying for a long time now that Vegas is getting way too expensive. The parking, the food, drinks, hotels, shows, everything has gone up and it adds up fast. I also wondered when people would either get sick of it or priced out and finally just quit going. Well, it looks like it's finally happening. Is Vegas dead? Has Las Vegas gotten too expensive? These are the headlines that have been popping up in my feed lately. So I was really curious to see if I think that's true, and also if my own love affair with Vegas was over. Have I finally had enough too? When we decided on the Cosmopolitan, I knew two things right away. One, we're definitely getting a balcony. And two, I was going to find all of the speakeasies. There are 4. And we only had 2 nights. I'm pretty sure Cosmopolitan has the nicest parking garage out of all the hotels. This hotel is all about glitz and glam. And you see it right away with chandeliers and perfectly polished floors. In the garage. We used to take one of their cars to the strip, but with the price of parking, my parents are more than happy to drop us off. For registered guests, parking is $20 per day for self-parking and $40 per day if you want valet. The Cosmopolitan is pretty centrally located. An interior bridge connects the Cosmopolitan to Bellagio and Vdara. The closest tram stop is the Vdara, and that connects to Park MGM, Aria, and Bellagio. So if you're staying at any of those places, you are pretty centrally located and you can hop around between those hotels pretty easily. I love having 2 sinks and a separate water closet for the toilet. Nice separate tub that I did not get to use, and I love that they provide shower gel. This has become more and more common at the hotels that we've stayed at. So 2 small drawers, these. There is a full-length mirror right there, which is great to have. You don't always get that in a hotel room. All of their rooms are a really good size, starting at 460 square feet for the city studio. This particular room is the Terrace Studio Fountain View. It's 730 square feet, which is huge. Each nightstand has a drawer and a cubby space underneath, but there are no dressers in this room. Plenty of shelves though, including 2 right there. Oh, there's 2 fridges. One's completely empty. Nice. This is very unusual for Vegas.
It's a freezer.
This one we don't touch. The Cosmopolitan is pretty reasonably priced on Monday through Thursday outside of peak or holiday times, but expect to pay anywhere from at least $100 to $300 more per night for a Friday through Sunday night stay, and that's pretty standard at all Vegas hotels, along with a $50 per day resort fee on top of everything else just for getting to stay there. I really liked this room. I loved the decor and everything was clean and perfectly well maintained. But the best part is probably going to be the balcony. We decided to go for the Bellagio Fountain View because it really wasn't that much more, so I say just do that. This is an absolutely beautiful view. I knew we probably wouldn't get as much use out of it as we wanted to, but yep, we were going to try. Time to catch our first show. I can't hear the music, can you? I actually believed I was going to be able to sit on my balcony and listen to the music and watch the fountain show. Couldn't hear a thing, which I guess is good. Okay, so how are we gonna get from here to the Palazzo in 30 minutes?
Uber.
Tell them I said hello. Whoever they are.
It actually rang.
I try to avoid Ubers because those are also very expensive in Vegas, but in that heat, it would have taken a lot of time and sweat to get all the way to the other end of the strip. We like to try different restaurants whenever we go there, and this time we tried Lavo at the Palazzo. It is Italian, and they also have steaks. I liked how the restaurant was right at the front entrance of the Palazzo, so we didn't have to run around searching for it. The food and the ambiance was really good. I'm always looking for a deal in Vegas, so we hopped directly over to the bar for the Lavo Social Hour, which is from 8 to 10, where they have $10 light bites and drinks. And this is where I actually started to wonder if Vegas was dead. This is a Wednesday, and there just really weren't that many people out. Just kind of empty, and it's summer, so you don't really expect that for Vegas. even on a weekday. There were less cars on the strip than I remember. It was definitely more crowded last year, even on a weekday. As empty as the streets were, things really picked up inside the Bellagio Conservatory and Botanical Gardens. They change this out 4 times a year. MJ is completely over it, but I love to check it out every single time I come. The theme for the summer installation was Glam Menagerie, a Surrealist Summer. It was 9:30 p.m. by then. It's just always crowded, but you can see why. It's pretty unique and special, at least I think so. This is thousands and thousands of flowers that they put together into this beautiful scene, and it's free to look at, so why not? So pretty and crowded. We were able to walk the whole way back, which isn't so bad when you break it up into different stops and you're not in a hurry. All right, search for the first speakeasy begins. There's a clue. According to the website, this one is on level 2 near Block 16 Food Hall. There's an unmarked door with a donkey image. So that's what we were looking for. It's really small and it was crowded. We really lucked out walking into 2 seats at the bar right away. He found it. But I'm gonna find the next one. And of course, the drinks are expensive. We spent $78, including tip. And that was for 3 drinks. Unfortunately, I was limping and in some pain by the end of the night. For reasons that I can't explain, because I am not a morning person on vacation, and I was wide awake at 8 a.m. the next morning, so I decided to get up and get ready so that we could snag a good spot at the pool. Because free shade, and even paid shade, is hard to come by, period, at the Cosmopolitan. There's tons of loungers in that section, 0 umbrellas offered. This is the smaller of the 2 pools in this area, and then there's a much larger pool closer to the bar on the other side. This pool gets more crowded than the smaller one as the day goes on. The Boulevard pool is the party pool, and then there's a Chelsea pool in a separate tower that is considered their chill, more tranquil pool. And this is what you're looking at if you want food. Cheapest appetizer, $14, and if you want a drink, it's at least $20. We wanted breakfast, so they were really nice about letting me order something to go from the Overlook Grill. The sun does shift throughout the day, so by 2:30ish, half of the completely unshaded section across the way was in full shade. You won't find prices on the website. It's very Vegas that they want you to email them for a quote, but I do like how specific they are about exactly what you'll get right down to the shade, umbrellas, and pillows. Prices are similar for both pools. We considered $125 each for 2 padded lounge chairs at the Chelsea pool, but no shade was guaranteed, so that's why we just went for the early bird method. All prices are basically food minimums, which I do like. You get food for the price you pay, but you do have to tack on 18% gratuity, 4% service fee, and sales tax of about 8%, so every price listed is plus an additional 30%. By 1, all the free seats were pretty much full, and you kind of had to really hunt down a seat. This section is mostly made up of reserved options. I'm guessing that those loungers right there on the left are free. I liked it. We had fun, but I would definitely say it's not our favorite pool there. Our favorite is Park MGM Nomad and the Bellagio. There's another chef that I can't hear. So we only have like a half hour to rest. Sneakers to be on the safe side. What are you doing?
Zombie.
Let's go. Off to find our second speakeasy.
Rain.
He's still waking up. For some post-pool eats, we went looking for the next secret room. Where's the chandelier? Third floor, look for the chandelier, and just to the right of the seating area is a long hallway, and there you will find secret pizza. We spent exactly $20.59 for these 2 slices of pizza, and that is cheap for Vegas. They also have beer. Italy has better pizza, but the pizza was good, and for $10 a slice, I'm not complaining. The Sphere is way down there by the wind, so we needed an Uber. I'm not really into concerts, so I figured this would be a good opportunity to experience the Sphere. I was a little disgusted when I looked at the prices because $100 minimum just to get in the door. We ended up paying $173.50 each. I wanted to make sure that we had a good view. We were in section 305, row 9, right in the center. I have to say it's pretty cool. When you walk into the Sphere, it's almost like what you might imagine a huge spaceship would look like.
Venture designed to captivate your senses.
Super spacious, really high ceilings, very futuristic looking. Right away, I was impressed by what I was seeing. This AI robot was taking questions from the crowd because it knows everything anybody would ever want to know.
You have entered a city known for its dazzling lights and perpetual excitement. Technology as a tool for self-expression. Quantum computing is like regular computing's quirky sibling.
I was really hoping that I wouldn't regret the money we spent, and I have to say I didn't. Postcards from Earth was so cool. It is truly a 4D experience. I had wind in my hair, my seat was shaking, and I was craning my neck to look all around me at all of the stunning imagery. It was so realistic. You really felt like you were there, traveling to all of these beautiful countries. And yes, the story is as old as time and the subject of almost every superhero movie out there. Humans are bad and they ruin everything, but it's kind of the truth, so I can't really hate on it too much. When I walked out of there, it felt worth it. I probably could have got cheaper seats and still had a good experience. The view from every seat seemed pretty good. We just followed the crowd and we ended up in the Venetian on our way out. Again, that end of the strip was a little bit dead, but it definitely seemed to get a little bit more crowded as we got closer to the Bellagio. The saloon Speakeasy is inside the barbershop, inside the janitor's closet. We declined to go in because they wanted to charge $25 for men. It just didn't seem worth it when we were going to get inside there and then have to spend at least $20 for drinks. That was a no for us. So, on to the next. There's a line. The entrance to the ski lodge is a plain, unmarked door, but we knew it was there because of the line. We waited only about 20 minutes to get in. And here they have pizza and cocktails. We'd already done pizza, so we just went for the cocktails. We got seated next to a cozy fireplace. They played 80s rap the whole time we were there. Loved the theme, really cute vibes inside. I liked it. On the hunt for food. It was a day of pretty light bites for us. It was really late and we just needed a little something. So we stopped at the food court in Planet Hollywood for some Panda Express. Fast food is definitely one way to save money. And it reminded me of my 20s when I was super broke and I would drive to Vegas because airfare was too expensive and I would eat Subway because all the restaurants were out of my reach. And right now it seems like people are having to choose between a super low budget experience, breaking the bank, or they're just not going at all. Get some grub. Okay, so the line is way too long. I've heard good things about Egg Slut, but it was way too crowded. It just didn't feel like it was worth it to wait. We headed over to Block 16. They had some options where there was a much shorter wait. I love it that Cosmopolitan has quick breakfast options and a lot of other quick dining options right inside the hotel. Oh my. All right, that's a wrap on the strip. Off-strip casinos are always cheaper, and this one even has a movie theater. What are you drinking? Nothing?
Life.
Get yourself a drink, mister. High on pot news. What?
Yeah. There was
50 cents?
Right, 50 cents.
You're lucky. Always lucky.
Hey.
That's not fair. It's okay. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So you won that off of $5. Broke even. Downtown Las Vegas is considered the business district and the historic center of Las Vegas. Long ago, before gambling was legalized and the Las Vegas Strip became how it is today, Fremont Street was the center of everything in Las Vegas and the hub for the illegal gambling scene. We noticed a huge police presence right away, and we saw someone getting arrested. It's not usually like that, but there were a lot of protests happening that day, and this is the area where they were setting up. The Fremont Street Experience is the thing to do downtown. It's a good place for people watching. There are designated spots for street entertainers, live music, an overhead zip line. We don't make it down here every time we visit, but I really like the atmosphere. It's quite a spectacle. There's a lot going on. It's very lively and fun and loud. It's a 24-hour mall. We do prefer the Strip, but there are hotels all along this street, so I think it could be a fun place to stay if you are looking to save money on a hotel and you don't want to be on the Strip. We went searching for food first and ended up getting street tacos. There's tons of different places to eat. It better be good because with tax, it was $29. I wish I was joking about that.
You never heard about Christie's ice cream? It's so good.
One of my favorite things about Fremont Street is this LED screen that is embedded in this huge overhead canopy called Viva Vision. It's the world's largest video screen. It's pretty dazzling. From 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. on the hour, there is a 6 to 8 minute 3D light show that is synchronized to popular music. There are 3 completely different areas featuring some kind of live musical performance. Fremont Street is just a really fun place to hang out.
What is happening? Things are getting crazy out here.
That's why it's important not to get lost for a weekend.
Within walking distance of Fremont Street Experience is the Mob Museum, National Museum of Organized Crime and Law Enforcement. During the day, there are exhibits and interactive experiences from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And at night, it's a speakeasy, which makes perfect sense, right? To make it really fun, every night there's a code word that they put on the website, and you will be asked that at the door. You don't have to know it, but it's kind of a fun thing. And then inside is live music and also a bar and a mini museum of the Prohibition era. There is no cover charge and you get to see a live performance. We went with cocktails, but they also have some basic food on the menu. I would definitely recommend the Fremont Street Experience and the Underground Speakeasy. It was a really fun double date with my parents. We had a really good time that night. My parents actually have more energy than I do. They go out all the time, so I was actually worried that I wouldn't even be able to keep up with them, but I did, and we just had so much fun together. We took the Strip back home. It actually was really crowded on the Strip that night. Just on the roads, the sidewalks were still looking a little bit empty. Spending a ton of money in Vegas was always an option, but it seems like the middle road is gone, where there was free parking, reasonably priced dining out options, plentiful drink specials, and more affordable hotels, so you could still feel fancy while taking advantage of some really good deals. The Strip is definitely not as crowded as I remember. Some of that electric energy that came from the bustling atmosphere is gone. You can feel it. No, we don't love overcrowding, but I think it's kind of odd if you're in a place spending a ton of money, especially, and it feels like a ghost town. Like nobody wants to be there. The next day we went to Cracker Barrel, which I love. Their pancakes are truly the best. We don't have one in California, so we don't get to go that often. We enjoyed a nice big breakfast together, and then just like that, it was time to head home. I still love Vegas, but I can't deny that the price gouging is ever so slowly chipping away at my enjoyment, but not enough for me to quit it altogether. Went back a few weeks later for a family thing, and the flight was 50% empty, and the airport was a complete ghost town. If I lived further away, I would definitely reconsider if it's a place that I would want to go, and I think that's what a lot of people are doing, because it gets to the point where it doesn't feel worth it. And I just hope that this is the kick in the pants that Las Vegas needs to quit being so greedy and roll back on some of these prices.